Hi, our group created a network integrated motion sensor using Discord
I'm
bot.
Christopher Letherbarrow.
I'm Ronald Edger.
I'm Jonathan Valsamis.
And I'm Hussein Kareem.
For our problem statement, we wanted to create a do-it-yourself cheap security system that can be used to detect if a window or door has been opened and then send a message to all the subscribed users.
For our proposed design, you can see in the image, we have a door sensor attached to a door, which sends information to the GPIO pins of the Raspberry Pi, which then sends that information through an MQTT broker to Discord. And then the user is alerted, whether they're on a computer or a phone.
Our final design incorporates the use of a Raspberry Pi single board computer, which you can see in the center of the image. To the right is a magnetic read sensor, which can detect if a door has been opened or closed. And on the left is the Raspberry Pi camera module, which will take images of the door when it's opened.
Discord is a voice and chat service that allows you to communicate with groups of friends, classmates, etc. It has the ability to program bots to automate a variety of functions and features, and we use the program because of its popularity and the familiarity of all the group members. For our system integration, to have communication from the door sensor to the Discord bot, first the data from the door sensor is sent to the Raspberry Pi. Next, the Pi publishes the information to a laptop subscriber, and finally the laptop communicates the information to Discord, and Discord will communicate to users.
For our hardware, we have a Raspberry Pi 3B connected to a magnetic read sensor. The sensor is attached to a door, and it sends a signal to the GPIO pins when the door is open or closed. Uh, we chose the Raspberry Pi 3B because it's low cost and it's what we had on hand. And we chose the magnetic read sensor because it's low cost and easy to implement. For our camera, we use a Raspberry Pi camera module to take images, and the camera module has a supported dedicated hardware port of the Raspberry Pi.
For our software block diagram, we use this to show the flow of information through our system. So first it starts on the right with the door and the Raspberry Pi. The door sensor data is read into the Raspberry Pi and then sent to the bot via MQTT. But first, the Raspberry Pi checks to see if the door's been opened. If it has, it'll take pictures of the person that's opened the door and save those locally to the Raspberry Pi. Whether or not it is open or it isn't, it'll still send that door status data to the Discord bot, which will receive the data and then ask itself, has the door status changed from its previous status? If it hasn't, it will keep checking for a change. If it has, it'll alert the role that the door status has changed and tell them how long that it was in the previous state.
On the Raspberry Pi, we use the MQTT communications protocol in order to send the door status information between the sensor on the Raspberry Pi and the laptop running the Discord bot. MQTT allows for bidirectional communications of sensor data and is used commonly in Internet of Things projects. Additionally, we are able to use the Pi camera software to capture an image stream which is saved locally on the Raspberry Pi when the door is opened.
The bot has multiple functions in addition to alerting users when the door status has changed. First, it'll display the current status of the door upon user request. Next, the bot keeps track of how long the door has been open or closed, and users can get that information by inputting the command status time as shown. And finally, the bot automatically adds and removes users when reacting to a certain message on the server.
So for our results, our bot works as we outlined. Users can opt in or opt out of the role to receive messages from the bot. When the sensor is open, the Raspberry Pi sends that information to the bot and the proper role is messaged. And the status is also be able to be retrieved on command. For our camera, it saves pictures locally to the Raspberry Pi when the door has been opened.
Finally, we have a video that is demonstrating the use case of our implementation. On the Raspberry Pi, we have two programs that are run. The publisher program is able to take the status of the door and publish it over MQTT. The subscribe program is able to take this information and control the Pi camera, taking an image of the door when it is opened and saving it locally to the Raspberry Pi. Once the image is taken, it can be viewed simply in the file browser. On the Discord side, the bot allows for users to opt in or out of receiving alerts by clicking the green checkmark icon. Then, there are several features which allow the user to retrieve information about the door's current status. The status time command allows for the bot to report the door's current status and how long it has been that state. Additionally, the bot will automatically alert the user if the door has opened or closed, along with describing how long it was in that state. Finally, if the user wishes to no longer receive status updates, they may uncheck the green checkmark icon.